Hello, hello. It looks like I'm live. I'm just going to check real quick and make sure all systems are a go. Let me make sure. Let me know in the comments if you can see me and hear me. I think everything's working. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right. Well, welcome everybody. My name's Amy Starr Allen, and I'm so glad you're here. I'm streaming live in a few different places at the same time right now. So, and I can see all of your comments in one place, which is really cool. So definitely let me know where you're at and where you're coming in from. And tonight we're going to be talking about how to use leverage in your business to create more freedom in your life. So if you know anybody that could benefit from this, also please go ahead and share this with them. You can share it right now so that they can jump on live with us. And I really appreciate you sharing that. And let me get situated here. All right, hold on a sec. Oh. Hi, Craig. There's also, if you're on, hi, Sue. Hey, Yvonne from Kentucky. Woo! I see somebody left a comment, but it just says Facebook user. So if you're on Facebook, there's probably a link with this video that says something like, click on this link to, it does something with StreamYard. I'm streaming from StreamYard. So you just click on the link that should have probably shown up with the description from this video. And then that will allow StreamYard to find your name and photo from wherever you're streaming from. So like right here, I've got Craig coming in from YouTube. And then I've got Sue coming in from Facebook. Yvonne's on Facebook. But then if you don't click the link, this is what it looks like. Okay. So anyway, thanks guys for letting me know that you can see me and hear me. So anyway, like I said, feel free to share this tonight. So tonight we're going to talk about how to create freedom using leverage in your business. And if you follow me, if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I'm all about leverage, that I am an advocate for this topic. I'm a huge believer in using leverage. If I want to create a lot of success in my life or a huge business, I have to leverage my efforts. I'm a single mom. I just don't have time to, do it any other way, really. So there's that piece, but it's also because I'm so like my main purpose, the thing that lights me up the most in my life is to help other people create freedom in their lives. So if I'm not leading by example about how to free up, time in our lives when we're building a business and showing people that it is possible to do it this way, then how can I possibly help them, right? If I'm getting on the phone with every single person multiple times a day, how can I possibly, then I'm demonstrating to the people that I'm working with that that's what you have to do, right? So I not only practice this for myself, but one of the biggest things about it for me is to be able to lead by example for others. So this is why I teach it, I demonstrate it, and I swear by it. I could not have, hey, Shireen, yes, now I can see you. See, here's Shireen. So this is a topic that's really, really near and dear to my heart. Okay. So I'm going to be talking tonight about what leverage is and, when it comes to building a business, why it matters more than you might think. And I'm going to give you some examples of the ways that I use leverage in my own business to create more freedom in my life. And this is going to help you to learn not only how to stop swimming upstream in your business, but it's also going to show you how you can serve way more people with way less time. Because really, if you don't use leverage, then you're going to be maxed out after a while because you're not going to have enough time to serve. You can't serve millions of people one-on-one, right? So this is going to show you how to serve way more people with way less time. Okay. So as I go through this training, be sure and Sue says, be the mentor you want to follow. Absolutely. That's the thing. If I am building a team of people who want more freedom in their lives, but I'm doing all of these things that people don't want to do, then I'm not the right mentor for them, right? Because they want to be mentored by somebody who has a business model that they resonate with, right? So, all right. So let's start off by talking about what is leverage. So to me, I like to think about it as working smarter, not harder, like using your time wisely so that you can free up more time for yourself. The definition of lever is a lever is a tool for getting more work done with less physical force. So it's the same concept, right? It's like, how can I accomplish more by working smarter? How can I serve more people by working smarter, right? And why it matters more than you think is that if you don't leverage your efforts, you will have less and less time for yourself and your family the more your business grows. In other words, the more successful you become, the less freedom you have. And I don't like that model. Let me know in the comments if you like that model, or if you would rather learn how to be able to build your business as big as you want and have even more and more free time. Okay, so that's why this really matters. And it's good to get into the right habits from the get-go so that you don't end up having to shift down the road. It's going to be a lot harder than if you just start off by putting some things into place. So let me just give you an example. If you have a business where you are supporting people one-on-one, I'm going to use my business as an example here as we go through this training, but I'm an affiliate for the Home Business Academy. And I used to be in network marketing where I would build a team and I would need to get those people to produce in order for me to make any money. And I don't do network marketing anymore. I prefer affiliate marketing, but I still refer a lot of people to the Home Business Academy, and we have a community here. And when I bring people into the Home Business Academy, if I was trying to support every one of these people one-on-one, I would literally have no life at all. And the Home Business Academy is all about freedom, right? So and that's what I'm all about. So if I'm bringing people into a community that talks about freedom, but yet I'm supporting every one of them one-on-one, and I'm on the phone all day and whatever, and I have no freedom, that doesn't make much sense. Not to mention, I would only be able to sponsor a certain amount of people, and then I'd be maxed out. My time would be completely maxed out. So like in the beginning, when you first start building your business, it's fine. But as your business grows, you are going to be creating a full-time job for yourself with zero freedom. And this is why I suggest that you get into the right habits from the beginning, because otherwise, if people are used to getting supported one-on-one and all of a sudden you're like, my business is too big now, I can't support you anymore one-on-one, it's going to be, you can make the shift that way, but it's going to be harder than if you just set things up right from the get-go. Okay. So I learned this a long time ago. So, like I said before, I was in the network marketing industry, and eventually it hit me with some of the training and stuff that I was doing when I was learning how to, bring stuff online. More free time, please. Yeah. Hey, Jim. And I realized, like, so what I was doing back then was we would show the plan, right? And I had a flip chart. I know I'm dating myself, but back in the beginning of my network marketing days, we had a flip chart, and I would like meet people at coffee shops and show them my opportunity with my flip chart, right? One-on-one. And then if they decided to join my business, now I need to train them really well so that they can start, producing, so that they can start recruiting people, because if they don't recruit people, then I don't make money. So it's my job to train them properly so that they can get really good results. So the way that I would train them is with another one-on-one meeting. And I would literally meet people in person. It was rare that I did anything with anybody that like didn't live right near me, right? So like I was prospecting people locally so that when they joined, I would sit down with them again. We'd meet at a coffee shop, or I'd go to their house or whatever. And so I had to drive to wherever I was going, and then I had to sit down for an hour and train them and then drive home. So after a while, like my business, I started to have success doing this. And after a while, it was like I was just driving around like a maniac all the time. And I had no life and I had no freedom. And I was like, this is not what I really signed on for. Not to mention, I was watching my upline, like the most successful people in the company. They weren't directly my upline, but they were like a couple levels up. And they were like crown diamonds in the company. It's the highest rank you could get. And they were doing 3-way calls with me and my people and everybody else and their people all day, every day. And I was looking at what they were doing and I was like, I don't want to do that. I have no interest in spending when I get to be crown diamond, if I have to be on the phone all day, every single day, doing 3-way calls with my people in order to be at that rank, no, thank you. Like, that's not the life that I want at all. And so I realized that I don't want to build the way they're building, because I don't want to end up with no freedom and having to be on the phone all the time. I don't even like talking on the phone personally. So that's when it occurred to me that I could actually create a video to show people my opportunity. I mean, this is back before every company had stuff, sales pages with videos on them that you could send people to. I did it myself. I created a video where I could show people the plan, like a PowerPoint presentation or whatever. I recorded it so that when somebody was interested in looking at my opportunity, I could send them that video. And then if they joined, I created another video where I could train them. I could send the video and they could watch the video and get trained, right? So now I could literally train 5 people at once in 5 different places because I don't have to be there in person. So this was how I first learned to leverage myself and my business. And my business grew more than it ever had before when I was doing everything one-on-one. Okay. So that's an example of leverage. And I'm going to go into more detail about what that looks like in my modern day life and with, the way technology is today. I'm going to talk about that more in a minute. But I want to give you another example of ways that you can leverage your time in your business besides how you work with your people. And that is like, and I'm going to go into more detail about this part too, but like if you're creating a piece of content, let's say you create an epic piece of content. Let's say you go live on Facebook, you do a Facebook Live training, and you're streaming live in one place on Facebook, in your Facebook group, on your profile, on your page, wherever it is. You're streaming live in one place. You do this training, it's awesome, and that's it. When it's over, you don't share it anywhere else. It is what it is, and the people that are on that particular page or group or whatever get to see your epic training, and nobody else gets to see it. So that piece of content is not leveraged. So you can reach way, way, way more people if you repurpose the content. Like you can take that Facebook Live video, download it, upload it to YouTube. And now it's on YouTube where you can keyword optimize it so that people can actually search for it. Depending on what the training is about, you can make it so that people can find it in the search. So now you can get in front of way more people that you might not even be connected with on Facebook, right? You can take that YouTube video, put it on your blog. There's just like all different ways that you can take the same piece of content and repurpose it. And I'm going to get into like a few more examples of that soon. But what this does is it spares you from having to create more content. Like if you don't take that one piece of content and repurpose it in all these different places, you're going to end up having to do that same training again, for YouTube, or do it again on another Facebook page or whatever, rather than just taking that one piece of content and using it in as many places as possible. You can actually create less content and get it in front of more people, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? And like I said, I'm going to give you some more examples of this in a minute, but these are kind of the two different things that I'm going to be talking about as far as leverage, the two kind of categories of examples that I'm going to be giving you. Okay. So now let me just make sure Sue doesn't like it either. Yeah. Nobody wants to create a full-time job, right, for themselves in a business where you're in it to create freedom. Jim says, let's see, more free time, please. All right. So if anyone, like I said, if you have any questions as we go, just put them in and I will be able to answer them. So, okay. So now I'm going to give you some different ways. I'm actually, just to point this out, I just actually thought of this. I'm using leverage right now because I'm using a platform called StreamYard that allows me to stream live in 3 places at once. So some of you are watching this on my Facebook page. Some of you are watching this in my Facebook group, and some of you are watching this on YouTube. And this content is live in all of these places. And then because this is not, I'm not going to be doing much screen sharing at all in this training. This training, I can repurpose it also on my podcast. If I do something with a lot of screen share technical stuff, it doesn't make sense to put it on my podcast because people need the visual. But for the sake of this training, I can repurpose this on my podcast afterwards, and I can also share it. I can put it up on my blog. I can, repurpose it in lots of different ways. And again, I'm going to get into more detail about that, but let me just start with the examples of ways that I use leverage. Okay. So I'm going to start off by talking about ways I use leverage as far as building my business and supporting my people. Okay. So I have, like I said, I'm an affiliate for the Home Business Academy, and my business is growing regularly, like consistently and quickly. And so I have a Facebook group that is a private Facebook group, and it's only for the people that are sponsored by me or somebody else that was sponsored by me. Like if they sponsor someone, they're welcome to bring their people in also to leverage their time. And this is where I support all my people. Okay. This training was actually, this training tonight was inspired by my team, because I was noticing, I noticed that I had messages all over the place. You know how, like, if you get a message from somebody on Facebook and you're not friends with them and the message goes into like a different folder? I don't really keep up with that stuff. Like, it's just not a priority for me. So I don't check it all the time. I just don't. And I just went in randomly to check it, and there was like 40 messages in there from people that I wasn't friends with on Facebook, and like asking questions and stuff like that. And so, I realized, like, a lot of people, like, after they first join, they want to know, like, they have a specific question about where to find their affiliate link or whatever. And I always tell my team, any questions that you have, put them in this Facebook group. And that's for a couple of different reasons. One is because I'm much more likely to see it in there. I'm in there every day. No question goes unanswered in there. And, if you want to get an answer from me in the quickest way possible, that Facebook group is definitely the best bet, because I get messages in Messenger. I get messages in that hidden part of Messenger. I get messages on my Facebook page, and then emails and like YouTube comments and like all this different stuff, right? So the best place, my team, the people that I personally sponsor into the HBA, which I call my team, they get priority. So I want them all in a group where none of their stuff is going to get like go through lost in the cracks, right? So that's what that Facebook group is for. And they're a priority to me. So I put them all in there. The other thing that I do, then the way that I get everybody in there is when they first join, I have a welcome message that gets sent out. And all it is it's an email basically saying, welcome to the Home Business Academy. Here is a welcome video with next steps and resources. It has a link that takes them to a page that I created in my HBA funnel builder, which is a tool that we have in the Home Business Academy that makes it just really easy to create really cool pages. And my page has a welcome video on it. And under the video, it has a bunch of resources, like a paragraph with a button where they can click on it to go get these different resources. One of the resources is my private Facebook group. So in the video, I show them everything on the screen. I welcome them to the group. I introduce myself. I let them know I'm here to support you every step of the way. And here's where you can go to get support. And I say, the first thing you want to do is join my private Facebook group. I show them a picture of it in the video. And then like right under the video, there's, I say, click the button under the video to join the Facebook group. And there's a big button under the video that says join the Facebook group. So right away, when someone joins, they're getting put over into that Facebook group so that I can support them properly with everybody else. Oh, I forgot to mention the other thing about that Facebook group, the other reason why I prefer to answer questions in there and to support people in there is the other reason that it's leveraged, is because when somebody asks a question, everybody in there can learn in one place. Like sometimes somebody will ask a question that somebody else didn't even think to ask or just doesn't have yet. But when I answer the question publicly, everybody benefits. So that's the other reason why I like to do it that way. Because if I was just sending like a welcome email to each person individually saying, what questions do you have? And then they were emailing me back and I was going back and forth in emails. First of all, that's going to take up a lot of my time. Second of all, nobody else is going to see the questions or the answers, and there's no leverage at all. Does that make sense? Craig says, what program was that? What do you mean, Craig? The Home Business Academy? You're in the Home Business Academy. What are you talking about? I don't think I mentioned another program, but anyway, if you can rephrase your question, I'll make sure to answer it. So the other way that I use leverage inside of my Home Business Academy business is the Home Business Academy actually stands for freedom. That's what it's about. That's like the main thing that the founders, the main reason that the founders created it was to help people be free, right? So they have created a couple different communities where people can get all the support that they need. And the reason that they set it up that way was so that we can all leverage our time. So we have, for the whole entire company, we have a couple of communities. We have a MeWe group. It used to be a Facebook group. Now it's on MeWe. It's like a Facebook group where people can post questions, people share success stories, whatever, and it's company-wide. And so we have that. And then we have like a chat in Telegram, which is like an app that you can have on your phone. It's like just like a chat. And you can have it on your computer and your phone for the premium members of the Home Business Academy, where all day, every day, people are asking questions and getting answers in there. So that's the other thing that I mentioned in my welcome video. for my new members is to make sure that they get plugged into these different communities as well. There's also a Telegram chat, alert chat, where anytime there's like any type of an announcement, like don't forget to jump on our mastermind call tonight, or Mike Hobbs is about to go live with an over-the-shoulder training, anything like that, we have an alert chat on Telegram so that everybody in the company gets these alerts. So what that does is, you know, in my welcome video, I recommend that people get plugged into all of the different Home Business Academy communities as well. And this makes a huge difference for a lot of different reasons. Number one, it makes sure that everybody's in the know about everything that's going on. Number two, if they have a question and I'm not available, remember, I'm a single mom. I'm running around with my kids all the time to soccer practice and this and that. So if somebody's asking a question, even if they're asking it in my Facebook group, I will get to it eventually. But if they want an answer immediately, they can put it in that leaders chat on Telegram and get an answer like that. Like literally, there's so many people in there and there's so many leaders in there that know the answers to these questions that people are asking. I mean, there's like no question that you could ask that nobody's going to know the answer to. So when you post a question in one of these communities, you can get an answer right away. So my people can get their answers even when I'm at soccer with my kids without me having to be the one to always answer it. So do you see how that creates additional leverage? So those communities are awesome. And it's twofold, because not only do people get their questions answered, but the community is one of the best things about the Home Business Academy. So being plugged into the company-wide communities is amazing, because you feel like you're part of something amazing. And so those communities, I'm proud to share those communities with my people. And now my people have more support than they can ever possibly imagine. I literally had a guy yesterday reach out to me and say, he saw one of my YouTube videos and he wants to join, and he wants to know if I am going to support him after he joins. And I'm always completely honest with people. I say, I don't do one-on-one, but I have a Facebook group and I support all of my people every day in that Facebook group. And you will never be unsupported in this community. I said, I'm all about leverage and demonstrating that we can work smarter, not harder. And he was like, that's exactly what I want. So don't think that if you're not giving people one-on-one support that they're going to be turned off by it. Because like I said, my Crown Diamond upline in my network marketing company, we're doing it all day, every day. And I was completely turned off by it. I was like, I don't even want to do it if that's what I have to do. So you're really going to help people a lot more if you're building in a way that inspires them and showing them that you can be at the beach every day like I am, and you can be at soccer practice, and you can be spending time with your family and doing the things that you want to do. And you don't have to be a slave to your computer all day or your phone or whatever, trying to support people. The software that I'm streaming from is called StreamYard. You should see it on the screen, like right there. It says StreamYard. And if you want to check it out, go to amystarrallen.com/StreamYard. And I think that's my link. amystarrallen.com/StreamYard is my affiliate link, because I'm an affiliate for all the tools that I use online. And okay. All right, here's another way that I use leverage when it comes to supporting my people. So you guys might know that YouTube is the main way that I build my business, right? I create a lot of content. I create a lot of videos. So the cool thing is the videos that I use in my marketing, like I do a lot of videos to show like different features of the Home Business Academy funnel builder, for example. I'll show like different cool features of things that you can do, like membership sites, or how to like set it up to let people book appointments on your pages or whatever. And I'll have all these different videos. So if somebody on my team has a question, if they post a question in the Facebook group, like, how do I, connect my funnel builder to XYZ autoresponder? The funnel builder connects with all autoresponders, right? So I did a video to show how You can connect it to any autoresponder. So when someone asks that question, I just go to YouTube, I grab the link to my video, and I answer the question with the link to the video. And then I'm done. Like, the video already answers the whole question, shows them exactly what to do. And I don't have to reinvent the wheel because I already have the answer in a video. And I do that all the time, even with people that haven't joined yet. Like a couple days ago, I had a lady say, I want to join you in the Home Business Academy. I have a network marketing business. I'm wondering if I can use the Home Business Academy to build my network marketing business. And I said, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I have a video called How to Use the Home Business Academy to Build Your Network Marketing Business. And I sent her the link and she was so excited. So, leveraging my time, right? I don't have to explain anything. I already have a video. So that's another way that, it's like, again, like it's how I build my business. But once the content is created, it's there forever. So I can reuse it to answer questions all day, every day, and save myself a ton of time. The other thing is, inside of the Home Business Academy Premium, we've got all of this different training in there for every marketing strategy. Not every marketing strategy, but like a lot of different marketing strategies, paid strategies, free strategies. So if someone asks a question like, how do I rank my videos on YouTube? I say, go in, I'll send them a link to the premium training. There's like 15 videos in Home Business Academy Premium that goes through YouTube ranking, right? So I just send them to that training and then they can get what they need right there. And I don't even have to do anything else to answer their questions. So videos, whether they're videos that you create or someone else creates, are a great way to leverage your time to answer questions for sure. And then the other way that I leverage my time is in the Home Business Academy. We have a 7-figure done for you sales funnel. And that funnel, I didn't create it. I use the Home Business Academy funnel builder to create lots and lots of funnels. I have lots of cool like free offers that I give away, and I built them all inside the funnel builder. I've built all of the capture pages and all kinds of stuff in there. But what's cool is we have leaders in our community like Nick Bramble, who's a complete marketing genius, who built a 7-figure funnel that we all just get. So it's done for you. So I use it to build my business, and it converts like crazy, and I didn't even have to build it. All I have to do is share it with people, and then I make sales. So that's the other thing. Like, I mean, this is an example from our community here. I'll show you guys this is, if you want to see that funnel, that's where you can see it. amystarrisland.com/freedom is the funnel that I'm talking about. But I just feel really fortunate to be part of a community where there's resources like this available that just do the work for me. They share the Home Business Academy with people for me, and I didn't even have to build any of it. And there's like training in there that comes with it. There's like an amazing, on this page, like people can download this free ebook that teaches them how to do affiliate marketing and all of the foundational principles of affiliate marketing. I didn't have to write that book. Nick wrote that book, but I get to give it away for free. So this is another form of leverage. I have a lot of lead magnets that I did create myself, and they take time and energy to create, right? And I get a lot of leads from them, which is awesome. But this is one that I didn't create myself, that I get a ton of leads from. And it's kind of relevant for all of the content that I create, because everything that I create is about helping people make money online and create freedom, right? And so that's what this whole funnel is built around. So under all of my YouTube videos, I can share this and I can generate leads and sales, and Nick did the work, and I'm just leveraging his efforts. Does that make sense? Okay, so now I'm going to move into talking about the content piece. Oh, wait, I need to go back to the comments. Does anyone have any questions about any of this right now? All right, so let me talk about content. I started talking about before how you want to leverage your content, otherwise known as repurpose your content. So let me give you some examples of this. So I was saying, the example I kind of gave before was like if you do a Facebook Live video, you can download that video and upload it to YouTube. You can also take it and take the audio from it and put it on a podcast. Like you can take one piece of content and use it on multiple different platforms. Okay. You can take, even if you didn't do a Facebook Live video, let's say you made a video specifically for YouTube, you can take the audio from that YouTube video. If you go to, there's a website called cloudconvert.com where you can literally like take the URL. I don't know if it's the URL or the video file. Either way, if you created the video, you have the file. So whichever it is, you put it in, and then you say, like, you can, it lets you choose if you what file you're putting in and what file you want it to convert it to. So like you can put in an MP4, which would be a video, and say that you want to make it into an MP3, which would be an audio that you could use if you had a podcast, right? So without having to create a whole separate podcast episode on the same topic, you can just take the video and convert it to an audio and upload it to your podcast. So now, the people that might not be on YouTube, but they're subscribed to your podcast are going to get that content. And podcasts, just so you know, are also search engines. You can search for anything inside of a podcast platform. So, inside of a podcast app or iTunes or whatever. So, if you do have I'm not suggesting everybody go out and start a podcast. I'm just saying I like to put my content in places that are search engines like YouTube, podcasts. I like Facebook for certain things, but people don't go to Facebook and search like they do on YouTube. So it's good to, if you do an epic training on Facebook, to repurpose that content and get it up on YouTube. Another example of how you can leverage your content is if you send out an email that you take some time in the 30-minute workday, which is the link that I have here. He teaches that, the 30 minutes a day that you spend on your business is to write really valuable content and send it out as an email to your audience, and to just be a person of value and stay in touch with your audience, right? So if you take the time to write this really good email, you can take that email and you can use it as a social media post. You know what I mean? Like you can take a picture, put it up on Instagram with the exact same content from your email, or Facebook. You can make the email into a blog post. So, if you're taking the time to write really good emails, you should repurpose those emails and get them in front of more people, because there's people on social media that aren't on your email list, right? So if you're writing really good content, why not share it with the people that you're connected with on social media? What's another one? Oh, so like if you create a YouTube video, you can embed that YouTube video on your blog if you have a blog. So now the other cool thing about that is when people do a search, like if they search on YouTube, they're going to find your video, right? If you have it optimized. If they search on Google, they're more like your YouTube video can still come up on Google, but so can your blog. So anyway, having a blog is another way to get found in the search engines. So you can take that YouTube video, put it on your blog. And I repurpose my description too. So if I write a description for my YouTube video, I just copy and paste the description onto my blog. I change it up a little bit, but for the most part, I'm just repurposing. I'm writing the description once and using it in more than one place at once. You can, if you make a video for YouTube, right, you have to shoot the video and it's going to be like saved on your computer before you, or your phone, whatever, before you upload it to YouTube. So now have that video file, you can upload that video directly to Facebook, like to a Facebook page or a Facebook group. You can even do like a watch party. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do on Facebook like that now. But the way that the Facebook algorithm works, more people are going to see your video if it's a native Facebook video rather than if you're just linking to a YouTube video. Facebook doesn't like to send their audience off of Facebook, right? Just always keep that in mind. So if you're putting any kind of a link that goes anywhere off of Facebook, whether it's a YouTube video or sending people to your blog or whatever, Facebook is not going to show your post to as many people. You're going to have to pay or like boost your post or whatever to get it to be seen. Whereas if you upload the video directly to Facebook, now Facebook favors that. Facebook likes that because the people are going to watch it right on Facebook. They're not going to leave Facebook. So they're a lot more likely to show it to people. So if you've already created a really good video for YouTube, it makes sense to upload it to Facebook in the different places that you hang out on Facebook. It could be your group, it could be a group that you're a part of or whatever. If it's valuable content, upload it to Facebook and share it. And then, like I said before, you can use your existing content to answer questions. And I do this all day, every day. Like I said, when someone asks a question about, a specific, can I use the Home Business Academy to build my network marketing company? I say yes. And as a matter of fact, I have a video that teaches you how, and I send them a link to the video. So all day, every day, I'm able to answer questions using the content that I already have created. And don't be afraid to do that, no matter what your business is, no matter what niche you're in. Let's say you're like a dietitian. I don't know, that just came to the top of my head for some reason. But let's say you create content about food and allergies, whatever it is. Like if somebody asks you a question, whether it's a client or somebody that's, a prospective client or whatever, says, do you ever work with people who have diabetes? Do you have any suggestions? You can say, like if that's your niche, you're going to be creating content, right? If you're a content creator, that's my method of choice, is to provide value for my audience by creating content, right? So if you're a dietitian and you're doing the same thing and somebody asks, what do you suggest for dietitians? Do you have anything in particular? You can say, yes, actually, I have a video about that. And you can learn all about kind of like what my regimen is for diabetes in this video and send it to them. So now you've not only answered their question, it didn't take you very much time to do it. You didn't have to get on the phone with them or anything like that. Not only that, they love you now because you answered their question. They see you as a person of value. They see you as an authority in your niche. It's awesome, right? So those are some examples of how to leverage your content, repurpose your content. And then I just want to go over a few other things that, just examples of ways to leverage your time. So this one came to mind because I actually did it tonight. I was inspired to do a training on this based on what was going on in my Facebook group today, where I was, explaining to my team that you can't build a big team if you're supporting everybody one-on-one. It's impossible. You only have so many hours in the day. So we were having this conversation about leverage, and I was like, oh, I think I'm going to do a training on this tonight. So then I went on a walk on the beach this evening, and I have Evernote. I have it on my computer, and I have the app on my phone. And the thing I love about it, there's other apps that you can use, but the thing I love about Evernote is that it syncs. Like I can literally type a sentence onto my phone in my Evernote app, and it immediately shows up on my computer. So what's cool was I was walking down the beach, and I was just like putting in, as I was thinking of like just some different bullet points for tonight's training, I would just like put them in Evernote. And that way I could just enjoy my time at the beach, and I don't have to like try to remember anything. I just put it in there. And then I jumped on this training, and right now I've got a window up with Evernote, and it just has all my little bullet points on it from when I was walking on the beach, right? So I leverage my time. I have most of my most valuable inspiration like comes to me when I'm out in nature, and I'm on the beach a couple times a day, every day, and I have like my best thoughts when I'm at the beach. So I love being able to put it in Evernote and know that I can come home and it'll be on my computer, and then I can like repurpose it into like a Facebook post or, whatever I want to use it for. But I love that I can do it on my phone and it's already on my computer when I come home. So that's one example. I know that some people record podcasts like on their phone from their car. I mean, some people like that's how they do it, so that they can multitask. So that's another way to leverage your time, is rather than thinking that you have to carve out time to record the thoughts that you want to share on your podcast, you can actually do it like while you're doing something else, like while you're driving. So I don't personally do that, but I know I listen to several podcasts that are recorded that way. So just thought I'd mention that. And then another cool thing you can do, I might share my screen real quick for this one, is you can use the audio recorder on your phone to, like, while you're out on a walk or whatever, you can like record an entire blog post. Like while you're walking, you can just like talk as if like what you want your blog post to say or your Facebook post or whatever it is, right? And then you can transcribe it with Google Docs. Let me see if I can show you how to do this real quick. It's super simple, and it's a really cool way to write an entire blog post while you're out on a walk talking to your phone. Let me show you. Let me see if I can share. Let's see, share. Application window. See, I can never remember how to do this. All right, hold on. Let me see if this works. Oh, it worked. You guys see my Google Docs? Let me know. Hello? Can anybody see my Google Docs? All right. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Sue. So, okay, so let's say that you just recorded on your phone using your voice memo or whatever. You went on a walk and you spoke into your phone an entire blog post. If you come into Google Docs, and I'm pretty sure this only works in Chrome, so you have to be in Google Chrome, you would come under Tools, Voice Typing, click to speak, and then you would play your, I'm going to do click to speak. You would play your recording, but right now I'm just talking. So do you see how it's, see, my hands are right here. Do you see how it's typing out everything I'm saying? So you would just play the recording and it'll just type it out for you. And it might not be perfect, but when you're done, you could put it up on your blog and then just edit it, and boom, you have a blog post. Okay. What do you think about that? So anyway, that's just another way to leverage your time. You can always get creative and figure out ways to, I never suggest multitasking if it's going to take away from like the value of something, but if there's a way to just work smarter. And not to mention, I find sometimes we speak, like, let's say that you're out on a walk in nature and you have an inspired moment. you can take out your voice memo and just record your thoughts right then and there, rather than waiting until you get home and then you have to feed the kids and then you and then you like lose your inspiration. Personally, I think it's better to like record it as you like right in the moment, and you're just on a walk anyway. It's not taking any extra time out of your day. And then you literally come home, turn Google Docs on. Remember, it has to be in Google Chrome, and set your phone down and click play and let it type the whole thing out for you. Now you just created a blog post that took you 0 minutes, basically. And then all you have to do is edit it and publish it. Or you can use it, for a Facebook post or Instagram post or whatever platform you like to share value on. So that is, let's see what this says. If you do have to reach out individually, I find cutting a Loom video is so fast and works better. Yeah, I like Loom for that too. But I definitely prefer, when possible, I definitely like to teach more than one person at the same time. So I use Loom in my Facebook group all the time to answer questions because it's faster than typing it out, but I'm still sharing it with everybody at once. That makes sense. Does anybody else have any questions? That's pretty much what I have for you tonight. So if anyone else has any questions, I'm happy to stay on as long as I need to make sure that I get them answered for you guys. And like I said, I post Loom in my group too. Yeah, it's awesome for that. I use I've been using screen record videos like that for years to answer questions for the different teams that I've built, and also I have clients that I work with. And if like a client, for example, if I build a sales funnel for somebody and then they have a question about how to XYZ, and it's like a technical, sometimes people will say, I want to send this out to my email list. How do I create a hyperlink in my email or something like that? I'll record my screen and show them exactly how to do it. And that way, because what happens a lot, like with my clients, is that they're not doing this kind of stuff all the time. So if I teach them once, they might not do it again for a while. And by the time they have to do it again, they totally forgot about it. But if I send them a screen share video, now they have a link to that video that they can go back to anytime, next time they want to put a link in their email or an image in their email and they forgot how to do it. Now they have that. What's this officially called? I need to look up directions. What is what officially called? I'm not sure what you mean. Yep, Jim, have a good live. I was purposely trying to keep this less than an hour so that it wouldn't interfere with your people. Have a great training tonight. Yvonne, I'm not sure what you're asking. What's what officially called? Happy to answer that, but I don't know what you're referring to. Are you talking about Loom? Loom is one screen share video service. I use even more than that. I use Screencast. There's different the voice memo, that's just Google Docs. You open Google Docs in Google Chrome. You have to be in the Google Chrome browser, and you open Google Docs, and you just open a document in Google Docs. Here, I'll share my screen one more time and show you. Hopefully. All right. Let me show you this one more time. Trying to, I have too much going on my computer right now. I'm trying to find my Google Docs. Chrome. I don't know where my Google Chrome went. Google Docs. Can you guys still see? No, you're seeing my other Google Docs. I don't know where that window went. That's Firefox, isn't it? Yeah, that's Firefox. Hold on a second. So weird. I can't find Google Chrome on my computer right now. Anyway, sorry about that. But wait, what's this? No. I don't know where it went. Anyway, you go into Google Docs and you just open a new document and you click on Tools and then Audio. I'm going to try this one more time. Let me try doing it this way. Okay, it's working. Right? Is it working? Let me see something. Okay. Okay. So you go to Google Docs, open a blank document, and then you just come to Tools, Voice Typing. Click to speak. And now everything I say, it's going to type it out. All right. Does that make sense? That's it. Any other questions? No? All right, cool. Well, I hope this has been helpful. If you're watching the replay, I will put a link in the description or the comments for you for the Done For You funnel that I was sharing about. I can put a link to the HBA funnel builder too, because that's an important tool to have as well. And it's really good to help you work smarter. So I'll wait a minute and see if anyone else has any other questions. And if not, we'll wrap it up. You are welcome. Yeah, I know. It was on the screen, but the page that was showing on the screen was not, I couldn't find it on my computer. That's why I had to go like start over. It was weird. I'm glad it was helpful. Anyway, I really hope that you guys understand the concept of leverage now and why it's important to only demonstrate things to your people that that's going to inspire them to want to work with you, right? If you're calling every lead, I mean, some people do, but personally, I wouldn't want to join somebody who calls all of their leads because I don't want to call all of my leads. So always keep that in mind. Like you want to demonstrate to people something that, you know, will speak to them and show them a way that they can do it themselves that they like. Personally, I want more freedom in my life. You know, my life is super, super busy as it is. And I'm looking for ways to free up my time, not to, you know, it's not taking anything away from anybody either. Just let me say that. If I was supporting every single person one-on-one, it's not going to be beneficial to them. It's not going to be more beneficial to them if I'm doing that. And the reason is because they wouldn't be getting any of the training that I'm giving other people if I wasn't doing it publicly everyone's benefiting from each other's questions. It's better for them this way than it would be if I was trying to do it all one-on-one. Besides the fact that if I was doing it all one-on-one, I'd be demonstrating that you can't have a life and build a huge business, because you would max out after a certain amount of, growth in your business. You would be maxed out if you were trying to do everything one-on-one. So anyway, I really hope that makes sense. I hope you understand how important it is to leverage your efforts. And, if you plan on building a really big business of any kind. So I'm not seeing any other questions. Thank you, Facebook user. I don't know who that is. This comment that just came in with the fist bump. I don't know who that is, but thank you. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, Shireen. All right, you guys. Have a great night. And let me know if you have any questions. If you're on the replay, feel free to put your questions in the comments. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.